Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little bit different. This video is almost like a dedication to you guys and like a big thank you and just kind of like a reflection on my channel. I wanted to do this because I posted a thing about a Q&A video, and then I post some other stuff. Well, I post all the time on my Snapchat. That's like where my biggest following is. So this video is long overdue. So I just wanted to come on as a way to say thank you to you guys for everything, for getting my channel to where it is now. And I kind of just like wanted to talk about how I got my channel to be where it is, how I grew my channel myself, and being like a micro influencer. So without further ado, we're just gonna start talking. Yeah. So I started taking my YouTube channel seriously last year in 2020. I first went viral back in what was that? 2018 is when I went viral on Snap, and I still have some of those loyal snappers from this day. So let's just take it all the way back to how I got into makeup and like where I am today. So I don't consider myself, I didn't get into makeup the traditional way like everybody else did. Like watching YouTube, stuff like that. It kind of was instilled in me. I want to say I don't consider it a mistake. God knew what He was doing when He put that remote in my hand. So at a young age, I was watching America's Next Top Model. So that like groomed me to like a certain standard of what I wanted to do. I don't think I ever wanted to be like a model. That never was the case. I wanted to be the girl that was making the models look like models and become models. So I was watching America's Next Top Model at the age of like 6 years old, like when it literally first came out, and like I think it came out in like 2003, 2004. I was 6 years old, and I was watching it since season 1 up until when it stopped in 2018. So I have literally been on America's Next Top Model ever since. Like I was like baby. And then later on down the line, I was like 10 years old when Drag Race came out. I don't remember the year, anything like that. But I remember flipping through the channels, and it was my first time seeing a drag queen, and I was like, what is going on? I am obsessed. How are you doing this? So from then on, like a combination of watching America's Next Top Model and drag queen, and then my mama being the bad bitch that she is, it was kind of like pushed upon me to like hold myself to like that standard and be that girl. So it kind of like groomed me on its own. And yeah, I have like pictures of myself as a baby. I'm not gonna post them because it's really embarrassing. I'm not doing that to myself. So I like tried to like make my own makeup. I just remember my mom and my grandma like always like saying they had to buy makeup. They were referred to it as powder because that's what was big back in the day. Like nothing but powder foundation and like Mary Kay. So that's like what they used. It was like die hard on that shit. So I just remember powder. And at the time, like I knew they had like this little black thing, but I never saw the powder in there. And I just remember seeing the mirror. I was like, oh, so that's just a mirror and lipstick. So of course, I put on my mama's lipstick. But I remember, and I have the proof, taking baby powder and cocoa butter, cause the cocoa butter smelled like the black thing, the compact that the mom was using. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this cocoa butter on, and the powder, the baby powder, and I was like, it's gonna make me pretty, but I just had a white face. Anyway. So that's like kind of like my childhood in a nutshell of like me not realizing that Erica was turning into Erixa, Erica. Like that's like my alter ego. Like that's like me, not like my everyday Erica. This is like Erica, like who I am, what I've become. Well, so it was kind of like destiny, like watching America's Next Top Model, watching Drag Race, and just being obsessed with that. So further down the line, I want to say I was in middle school. And I remember, and I tell my aunt this all the time, and I think and she's a Leo as well, so like my hard-headedness is just, I don't like hearing the word no, like don't fucking tell me no. So I remember being at a pageant, and I'm from a small town, no one was wearing makeup until I started wearing makeup, coincidentally, but whatever. But yeah, I remember being at a pageant with my aunt, and I was like, I want to do this. This was the days when Pinterest was like really big, and it was like the 4 blocks. Like you have your brow, then you transition, then your crease, then your lid. Those 4 squares that used to be everywhere on Pinterest. I remember seeing that, and I remember my auntie telling me, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to do that. That's gel liner." And I was like, "But you know, I didn't do that." I was just like, "But I am," and I tell her this all the time. So that was also another driving force. She was like, "Erica, you gonna learn how to do this shit because this shit looks so good." And during then, like I said, I learned makeup through drag, watching nothing but drag. You know, learning how to really transform yourself. And then at the time, YouTube was like just taking off, and there was nobody on YouTube that looked like me. So I never turned to YouTube to like learn makeup. So I turned to drag, and when I first started watching YouTube, it was like freshman year of high school, and I was watching men, nothing but Patrick Star, like literally, that's it. Anybody else, it was no face to me. I was not watching anybody else, and that's not like to shade anybody or anything like that. I just couldn't relate. The other girls that looked like me, like Jackie Aina, for instance, Aaliyah J, their styles were so different than what I was interested in. I was always interested in like the full heavy glam. Like I never wanted to do like, you know, like the little stuff. That was not me. That was not Erica. It just wasn't gonna go down like that. So yeah, so that's kind of like my backstory how I got into makeup. I don't even remember what everything I just said, and I'm probably gonna watch this when I edit this and be like, Erica, you like left out like major details. But yeah, I got into makeup through drag. I've always loved the heavy glam things like that. So when I first took off in 2018 was when I got offered to do. This was when like Snapchat was like really really big, and I was already doing Snapchat tutorials since I graduated high school. Like once I graduated high school, that's when I started doing like Snapchat tutorials on my makeup and stuff like that. Cause then it was like I was becoming my own stuff. I didn't have other people in my head telling me no. I was like leaving my old stuff, and I wasn't afraid anymore. I don't know why I was afraid then. Cause honestly, like it was trash. I don't know why I was afraid then, but I was just like afraid to be myself. But you know, I feel like everybody has little insecurities when they're in high school and everything like that. And then I also had like a very traumatic childhood. I don't want to say traumatic childhood because I had a great childhood. My mom's the absolute best. But that's another story on like things that I went through as a kid that like scarred me. But once I graduated high school, I started finding myself. I started discovering myself. I started realizing what I want to do, how I want to do it, and it's gonna be me, and that's just that on that. And I really don't give a fuck what anybody else has to think about it. So I started getting into hair. I started like really being who I already was, and then other people started realizing that, and it's just like, yo, this little Erica? Yes, bitch, this is me. So, 2016, 2017, I went to cosmetology school. I hated it. I met my best friend there, but I don't regret anything. But anyway, I don't want the fact that I went to school for this to discredit like my hard work, because like I said, I've been working on this for so long. Like nothing, I didn't learn this in school. I didn't. I just got like my certification and I have my license to do it now. So anyway, started doing Snapchat tutorials, doing my makeup, everything like that. People started noticing. I had like niggas, like verified niggas, like I was flabbergasted, you know, I was fangirling out, but I had to keep my composure. Anyway, from one of those niggas, a lady, I'm not gonna like share any names yet, she found me, she referenced me to somebody else, and that's how I got on to the takeover pages. So then I started doing residency takeovers. I did that shit for like a year. Grew my following exponentially, even though they only stayed on Snapchat, and I still don't know why they're only there. But whatever. Thankful for y'all. So grew like crazy. My stuff started popping up on the Snapchat Explore page, stuff like that. So then that's when I grew like that little following. And then while I was on there, I got so many like recommendations to do YouTube. Like, do you have a YouTube? Do you have a YouTube? Do you have a YouTube? And I was like, no. Because at the time I didn't know how to do YouTube. I didn't know that I could do YouTube. I was scared of YouTube. I was already getting a lot of flack from the black community that my makeup was too much. I was too heavy, you know, too glam, too dramatic, whatever, however. But I still didn't give a fuck, you know, and I don't give a damn now, because I've always carried myself like as Erica. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be me. I'm not like one of these other girls. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I will tell you about yourself, and I'll keep on going about my day. Because at this point in my life, I just cannot go back to living for other people. I wasted so much time and energy and years into that. I cannot possibly go back. So that's kind of like why I am the way I am, the bluntness that I am, where I'm at. You can take it or you can leave it, honestly. But, so that's how I got discovered on Snap. The peer pressure from them telling me to do YouTube, then I got on YouTube. That was, what year was that? I posted my first YouTube video. I'll have to look back. I don't want to say it was 2018, but I'm thinking it was 2018 or 2019. Yeah, 2019. And then I started taking it really serious, that you can see like the end of 2019, 2020. So that's how I got on there. Fast forward, my video started to take off. I honestly did nothing. That sounds really bad, but I did nothing. I did nothing to get where I am at. I just myself, and that's got me everywhere that I'm at now. It has me with everything that I'm so blessed and fortunate to have at the moment. It's just what happened. So, and even right now, like to this point now, I'm like starting to really get back into it, because I really did fall off. I wasn't posting like I was supposed to, even though I was trying to take my YouTube stuff seriously, but I just had other stuff going on. I was getting my business off the ground. I was getting my licenses in my name. I was stacking my money. I was doing a lot of things, stuff like that. And then last year with the pandemic and like my relationship in turmoil, my personal life in turmoil, it was a lot to try to focus on YouTube. So I was trying to focus on that, even though I lost sight of myself. So, but I'm back and I'm better this year. So pat myself on the back, because it's been a journey. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So my video started to take off. My most popular video was when I cut my hair. That is up to like, I don't know how many views it's at now. It's at a lot. Yeah. So that video like really took off on my channel. And then like my hair color videos, those started to take off. And then also like my everyday doll transformation video, that took off exponentially as well. So that's that. So fast forward to today, my YouTube channel has 1.8 something million impressions. And that's just how many people have physically clicked on my face, seen my videos or anything like that, been to my channel in the past year. And I literally just checked this, like we're just gonna, I'm gonna swipe up, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. So in the past month alone, I have gotten 106,000 impressions. And then the past year, let's say, if my shit wanna work. In the past year, I have gotten 1.2 million impressions. And then the lifetime of my channel total is the 1.8 million impressions. So that is really, really big for me, considering someone who didn't take YouTube serious at all. Yeah, I started my channel September 7th, 2018, but that's not when I first posted my first video. And that shit is just crazy to me. Like, a little old me has been, somebody's seen me 1.8 million times. Like, that is fucking insane. So I just want to thank y'all for that. Even if you've never liked the video, you've never fully watched, you've never done anything, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So, I monetized my channel last year. I didn't even know how to monetize my channel, so I missed out on so much money, because I was so focused on bullshit. Like, I was so mad. I was mad for a couple weeks, but then again, I was looking at it, I was like, Erica, you are so blessed to even be in this situation, because I never imagined doing YouTube for real, and I never imagined, you know, like, getting paid to sit here and run my damn mouth, because, you know. So I ended up monetizing my channel last year, even though apparently I could have been done it. So stupid. But yeah, I did that last year. Crazy numbers. I just want to say thank y'all. Thank you so much. And I kind of just like wanted to say, because now I'm like referencing back to like what's happening recently. My messages was just saying, oh, you inspired me to do YouTube, you inspired me to do makeup, you inspired me to be myself, you know, you represent us brown girls, and absolutely I do. Because we got this. I wouldn't be who I am without y'all getting me here. Because honestly, I didn't do anything. Now, lately, I have been on my shit. Now, I'm going to give myself some credit because lately, I've been pushing out videos every other day. Today was my only mess up because I had something going on yesterday, so I couldn't get a video up for today. But I have some more videos coming up. But yeah, if you look back, I've been posting every single day, every other day, trying to, you know, like, get that content out there, and it's been paying off. So if you are a new YouTuber, my best advice to you, put it in God's hand, and you just post and let it go. Once I post a video, I don't go back to YouTube and look at it, because I will freak out. I'll be like, oh my God, is it lame? Is it ugly? What is wrong? So, you know, I promote it on my Snap, and I promote it on Instagram on my story, and that's about it. I don't push it. I don't force it. I just let you know it's there, and I just go ahead about my business. Because as I'm looking back, my videos, I didn't realize the numbers that they were pulling until months down the line. So I never realized what video was trending, and I never knew. So I still don't know like what was trending like as soon as I posted it, because I don't want to look at it. My anxiety will be all kinds of fucked up. So I never look at that. I just post it and I let it go. I started YouTube, I still start YouTube, using my iPhone 8. All my pictures were with my iPhone 8. I'm kind of slow. I have a camera, but I don't have time to sit here and learn that. I don't. And I edit everything in iMovie. So I'm really, really simple. I hope to, you know, like, zhuzh it up a little bit. But at the moment, everything's on my iPhone. So thank you to Apple for making it so simple for me. And, you know, like, that's it. And honestly, this is my iPhone 8 front camera now, but I'm going to transition to using my iPhone 12. Yeah, but honestly, I like the quality of my iPhone 8. This is the front camera on my iPhone 8. And I took all my pictures on my iPhone. My thumbnails, I made them myself on Fonto. And I edited it in iMovie, and I posted it. And then the rest of it, everything else, I just feel like that goes to show that it's me that's selling. Because, you know, it's not no big, like, promotion team or anything like that. It's just me. Me being me, doing me, what I want, how I want. So that's that. Yeah, all my viral content came off my iPhone 8. So it's like, I always have two phones. So now I'm, like, transitioning from this being my, like, primary phone and this being, like, my work phone. Because before that, I was shooting on my iPhone 8 and I was using my iPhone 6 Plus. And this is the 8 Plus and then this is the 12 Max. So, iPhones have been great to me. And yeah, it's like no fancy setup. I just have like four ring lights, a big one, and then like the lights around me. And then like I have my junky little room, and then all my makeup is here. And then I just got another big ring light to like adjust my lighting. And that's it. The rest of it that you see is just me running my mouth and giving y'all what y'all apparently like. And I'm so grateful and thank you for that. What else? Yeah, but I just wanted to say, like, for the ones that were saying I'm like inspiring you to do makeup, do YouTube, go get it, sis. Like, there's nothing stopping you. I was the biggest block in my pathway. I doubted myself for so long. I was so afraid for no reason. Like, if I could go back and change anything, I would have done this sooner. Honestly, I let so many people like tell me, oh, you can't do that because this costs too much. Oh, you can't do this because this. Oh, you can't do this because you look like this. You know what I mean? So it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy, like conquering your insecurities. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm just like 100% cured, because I'm not. I have hard days every single day. Like, and I've made some fuck ups that's made moving on even harder, you know. And it's just some things that I don't talk about. I just keep going. Like, I say it on my Snap all the time, like, all the warm messages I meet, when I tell y'all I love you, when I tell you thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, I really mean that. Like, y'all don't realize, like, how many low days that I actually be having, and, like, the messages, like, I'm just like, Erica, is always somebody in a worser situation than you are. You are so blessed, you know, you got this. And that's just how I keep going. And I also feel like I don't want to get on in here and just be, like, sad and crying all the time, because that's not who I am. That's not how I was raised. You know, and I'm not saying that that's a good thing that I was raised to keep my emotions bottled up, because, you know, the older I get, I realize that it's not okay. You know, so get you some therapy. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Get you some therapy. My biggest thing that I was afraid of was people thinking that I was crazy. Because I know I'm not crazy, but it's like that stigma with it. Like, that bitch is crazy. I always knew she was crazy. She was something about her. The bitch was always off. The bitch used to read dictionaries. You know, she's a weird ass girl. So it's just like doing it for you. Don't do this for nobody else. Do it for you. Um, you have to do this because that's what you want to do. You're not going to get anywhere if you just have that money mindset. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you know, you want to make money, you want to be successful, you know what I'm saying? But you also don't want to let that be your driving point, because you're not going to be happy. And I can promise you that I've done things just to get money, and I was fucking miserable. And, you know, once you, like, realize who you are and what you are, things start to fall into place. Like, no matter what you're doing, I feel like you should still always be yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, I have, like, two sides. I have this side, and then I have, like, my corporate side. You know what I mean? But I'm still Erica at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, it's still me. I'm not changing for anything or anybody. So I feel like that's just, like, my driving point to you guys. Just, like, be yourself. Do what you need to do for you. Don't fuck anybody else, honestly. That's what I wish I could have told Erica when she was, like, so young, trying to hurt herself. Like, just keep going. It's gonna be okay. It will be okay. It may not seem like it's gonna be okay, but it will be okay. Focus on what is important to you. Make your list. I will attach my goal board video. Focus in on what is important. Life is so short to waste it spending so much time on other people. And I'm not saying, you know, like, don't love your family, don't love, you know, that's far from what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, live for yourself. Don't live based on what other people are telling you to do. That's not, it's not okay, y'all. So, that's that aspect of it. I feel like I'm just talking, and y'all let me know in the comments, like, am I getting to what I'm trying to say? I think y'all know me enough at this point where, you know what I'm saying, and you know where I'm coming from. So, yeah. Sometimes I feel like my southern accent makes it hard for me to articulate what I'm saying sometimes. So it comes off as a little country, and then to everybody else, it's like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? But sometimes y'all pick it up really well. And then I also have, like, followers in the UK. Y'all make me an international hoe, like. I cannot believe that. So thank you. Like I said, this video was really just to come on and say thank you and tell you just to keep going, keep pushing, sis. You motivate me, I motivate you. We're in this together. I want to see everybody win. There's enough money for everybody. Trust me. I've seen some money the past couple months, baby, and there's enough money for everybody. Like, everybody can win. Everybody can do this. I want to say thank y'all to everyone who's got me to where I am today. I've signed deals. I've done a lot. And yeah, just focus on you. Focus on what's important. Don't let other things shadow your joy and what you're doing. Because then you'll look back and be like, when did that happen? How did this happen to me? What is going on? Like, it'll hit you like a tidal wave, and then you'll have to, you know? And I don't know about y'all, but I'm doing this all by myself. And I'm kind of slow. I have book smarts, I have a little common sense, but to certain things I'm slow and I don't know, so I'm still learning. So like I said, it's okay to ask questions. I ask questions, and I'm kind of old. Well, I'm 22, but I'm like 72 in my mind. I will get on the phone and call somebody and ask them, like, you know, like, ask questions. And if you're like me and you don't have anybody to ask about certain things, you can always reach out to me and ask me. You know, like, I'll be more than happy to help you and direct you in the right way, because I didn't have anybody to direct me. So, you know, when I started my YouTube, I was getting a lot of copyright flags that I didn't know. So, yeah. I think I got my point up. I think you got my point. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to take this video any further. I just wanted to come on and say thank you. Kind of explain, like, my journey. And just tell y'all how I feel. From the bottom of my heart, I just say thank you, and I'm so blessed, and I look forward to growing my channel. My channel has grown crazy just this new year alone. Yeah, like, I've grown as a person. I've gotten over a lot of stuff by myself, and you know, it sounds sad, but it's okay. I'd rather go through, like, these things by myself than go through them with people around you that's not around you for the right reasons. So, you know, Just know that you're enough. Don't worry about anybody else. If you know, let the chips fall where they may. You know, don't chase anybody. You know what you're worth. You know you know what you have to bring to the table. You know, in my case, I am the table. You know, don't settle for anything. You know, if you have to tough it out by yourself, tough it out by yourself. Because why would you want something around you that's just going to bring you down? You know? So, with that being said, thank y'all so much. Again, I could never say thank you enough. And I just feel like this is crazy because I feel like something big is about to happen. But I don't know. I'm not jinxing anything. Knock on a little wood. But, yeah. Just thank y'all so much. I love you. I will see you in my next video. Give me a like, thumbs up if you want to hear me talk some more about just other things. I plan on doing a Q&A video, so leave me questions below for a Q&A video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on. This was just a little thank you message. Yeah, and I will see y'all in my next video.